How y'all doing? Don't have much to say today. I'm just trying to keep myself from getting restricted for my mouth and everything because I always like to say too much. And I got so much to say, but every time I try to say it, I'm told to shut up. So, I don't know. It's just getting frustrating out there in the world. You know, we got everyone all drugged up and drugged out and everything, stealing everything under the sun. And the police around here just won't do anything about it. They just let people go on and everything. They selling out of their house and everything else, and then they stealing everything to get money to buy some more of their stuff and everything else. And so it's just really frustrating. So, you know, you just go with it and everything because the police, they don't do anything about it. They just let it go. I mean, it's getting out of hand, you know, this the use of rugs and everything. It's just getting out of hand. So you just try to do the best you can and keep going and try not to let everyone bring you down and everything. And you just do the best you can. I like doing what I do. It helps a lot of people, but I also don't like being taken advantage of and crapped on. But, you know, it's just one day at a time. You just do the best you can and keep going. And it is what it is. I don't have really much to say today. I've just been working my butt off trying to get things done. I still haven't got my back counter here cleaned off and everything. This face tracking thing does not work real well. I get the phone where I want it, and it still don't track right and everything. But I got to get this cleaned off tomorrow, and then we got some more down there, and I got to get cleaned off. And then we're going to go to get some more stuff Monday and everything. So then we'll probably have a live of us unloading some of that stuff and everything on Monday. Other than that, I don't really have a lot going on. I've been cleaning up outside and everything. What are you doing?
Come to see Shiny Rob.
You come to rob me?
No!
No, that's not helping.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Yeah, haven't seen you in a while. Shit, I ain't seen anyone in a while. Business has been so slow, it's not even funny.
Well, yeah.
It's just, it's been crazy because I was like, okay, tax time, it's normally slow, but not for 2 months.
I was going to clean my room one day, so I left my e-bike on the porch over at Quincy's. About 4 hours later, come back out there and it's gone.
Yeah, you can't leave anything outside. I did that quite a few years ago. I left a lawnmower out by the house. In fact, that's what I was just talking about, tweakers stealing everything. And yeah, I bet you were.
Yeah, I was beside myself. I'm still a little bit beside myself, man. It sucks. But,
yeah, because that was your transportation to get everywhere.
Yeah, and then I had a scooter. Well, I let somebody borrow the scooter. Well, they decided they're going to put a cup holder on it and drill holes in it and not take the battery out. Oh, my God, not take the battery out. I did not know this. So I'm fixing the tires the other day, and I have it upside down, and I'm sitting there cleaning it off and everything else. I run through water on this motherfucker all the time.
Oh,
Somehow,
no.
the water got into the battery. It short-circuited the whole fucking thing.
Friday.
And that's where I just come from. I was telling that dude, man, why? And it just got knows better. So now.
That's like I have this game system down here. I sold it to some guy. I said, hey, you need to get the right power cord, do the right thing and everything. He plugged in the wrong one Friday. And then wanted his money back. I'm like.
You can't do that, people.
I mean, I gave him his money back, but I'm like, don't ever ask me to buy anything else.
Yeah, for real. For real. Well, we got a lot of toys, I see.
Oh, yeah, I just put out all this here. Speaking of which, if y'all haven't watched the lives the other day, I said how much is all this Japanese stuff, it come out to about $2,500. So, but that's because one of them was $900 alone for them little things from Japan. And no one wanted to watch it, but yeah, it's $2,500 worth of, well, it's like, there's like, Dragon Ball Z in here and Rocket Man, which is Mega Man.
Oh.
And then there's a whole bunch of Zoids. And it's all brand new in the boxes still. My son and I got these from a friend of mine for $30 a long time ago. Left them in storage for 9 years. And then pulled them out and was like, holy crap, look at what we got here.
Not what you had.
Yeah, we didn't forget. Well, I did forget because I went in there and was like, oh, I can't believe I still have this. And everything. And so, yeah, it worked out.
You got any Transformers?
In the boxes of the stuff I'm going to be getting out, yeah, if I can ever get my butt together. I got so much stuff going on. I've been telling everyone I'm going to clean up this back counter for like a month, and now it don't even look like I touched it here and everything. And then I've been cleaning up over here. I ain't even got the back room back together. But that guy decided he wasn't going to do over next door, so I've been working on all that. And then we decided not to do that. We're going to do something else. So it's just one thing after another. What do you do? So now I'm redoing that and going to put a dollar store over there, I guess. Get rid of all the excess dollar crap. Monday I'm going to the auction to get more stuff and everything. So yeah, I've got so much going on. Will you be going to Chronicon? James, I don't know if I'm going to go. I'm thinking about it. I'm hoping that Vinny gets to go. That if Vinny gets to go, I'm probably going to go. It just all depends if Vinny's going or not, and if CJ's going, friends of mine. If they're going, I'll be going, and you'll probably be going, so I'll probably see you out there. Went to Dogma not too long ago. Well, that was like, 2 weeks ago? And everything, had fun out there. He's doing another one again on the 5th and everything, but nothing like the Dogma thing. I was there for 2 days out there. We had fun and everything, but Kevin was pretty busy. Didn't get to hang out with him too much and everything. Talked to him a few times, but not real much going on there. But we're hoping to go to Chronicon and everything. I'm hoping also to get stuff together to go to the cruise, but I don't know if I'm going to make it money-wise or busy-wise, because I'm always got stuff going on, so I don't know which way I'm going and everything. But I'd like to go to Chronicon, and I hope Vinny gets to go and everything, and we can all hang out there and everything. And if I do, I'll let you know, James, that I am going. Must have took off on there. But yeah, we went to New Jersey to go to Dogma and everything. The release of all that. Hung out with Kevin and all the other guys out there and everything. That was actually pretty fun. Except for Kevin was so damn tired after 5 shows, he didn't really want to do much. I don't blame him. I mean, 5 shows.
Yeah.
I'm going to at least one day, if I don't end up getting a vendor spot with Rich the Inker. Well, let me know what day you go, James, and everything, so I can hopefully at least get with you and we can hang out for a minute at least, maybe. So if you do go, we can hang out. But I'd like to go. I just don't know. It just all depends on how the funds fly and everything. I've thought about getting a vendor spot too, but I ain't got enough time. I've got so much going on. I can't even think straight and everything. Going for Jay and Silent Bob Meet Archie. They've got so many covers to that comic book coming out. Ernie O'Donnell even has his own cover. We were talking about how he has his own cover coming out with it and everything. And how his wife was talking about how he's only a quarter star. And now he's going to be on that cover. He's going to be a 3rd star. And everything, because he's not into so much and everything. And if you know who Ernie is, then you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know who Ernie is, then you have no clue what I'm talking about. Can I jump in a box?
Yeah.
Jump in a box? What do you mean jump in a box? You mean jump on? If you want to jump on, jump on. That's fine. I don't know what you mean by jump in a box, but I mean, you talking about so I can squeeze you in all weekend? You could probably do that too, but... Whoops, I forgot to put holes in the box. Whoops. Oh, yeah. Request sent. I don't see a request. Well, where's the... I don't know how the request is. There we go.
Hey, I figure this would be easier than typing, because you see my typing.
Yeah. I'm still trying to figure out this multi-screen crap. I was doing so good with my lives and everything, and then I got so damn busy and stopped doing them and everything because I had so much going on. And just went
There's
crazy
little
with all that.
percentage boxes. When you tap your box, you can make yours bigger, mine bigger, like 50-50 instead of the small ones here.
I don't know how to do all that.
If you tap on your box or my box, it can be like
There we go.
expander.
There we
And
go.
there you go. I got inked pages from Rich Kowalski for the Jay and Bob Meet Clerks. I'll go grab them
That's
real quick.
cool.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
I'm allowed to show them in lives, but until the comic comes out, I'm not allowed to make a lot of videos on them. I think I sent you the one where I picked them up. Be right back. I'll go grab them.
All right. I'm not sure how to do mine now. There should be a way to expand it out. Y'all bear with me. I'm just figuring out what the heck I'm still doing.
It's all good. It gets easier. I do lives with my friends all the time. That's why I know all the ins and outs.
Yeah, I can't get my box to expand out now. I don't know.
You can click on mine and shrink mine if you need to.
Well, I don't know. I was just trying to get it where it's double boxes, and I don't know how to do that.
But these are the inks from the pages.
That's cool. Yeah, when I was talking to Ernie, you know who Ernie O'Donnell is, obviously.
I believe he's the one.
He played Rick Darris in First Clerks.
Okay.
He's also a part owner of Smog Castle Cinemas.
Yeah.
And I guess he's got his own cover coming out for that, because I guess they did a whole bunch of covers for that, for different things.
Yeah, I see Rich. Rich is native to my area, and he's known for like doing Archies and stuff. And he could blow me over with a feather when I ran into him at a local show, and he's like, "Yeah, I got these pages from something you might like," and it's like, no. Yeah, I don't have much room for art. As you can see, I got a lot of junk. You know that goes. But
yeah, but those are pretty awesome. I have Batman and Harlequin ink, original inks from that, but I had a bunch more, but I lost them due to some reasons.
Well, I mean, the good news with this is I had a really good show that day. So Rich had a really good show that day. I didn't spend anything out of pocket that I didn't make at the show.
Well, that's always nice. I thought about doing something for the show, but I just don't have time for all this crap that I'm doing. And I'm trying to decide if I'm going to keep the store, if I'm going to go online. I thought about going to shows and everything, but I just don't know right now. I got so much going on. I need to downsize myself.
I don't recommend it, but a lot of people I know do Whatnot.
Yeah, I've heard good and I've heard bad. I just don't know.
Now, here's my logic. Now, I had a comic book store in the 90s.
Yeah.
I remember I discovered Kevin Smith when they were protesting Dogma across the street from my store, and all the kids got me going backwards. So I want to say I started with Mallrats, but I mean, around that time frame is when I discovered them. But
I remember when the VHS come out in the movie stores, everyone's like, "Hey, you hear about this guy that made a black and white movie out of a convenience store, and he made an actual movie? You need to watch it. It's hilarious." So I watched it, and I was stuck ever since.
So if I find the page, I think here it is. I think you'll definitely appreciate. This is the first appearance of them in the comic, and I made him sign it. Where is it? It might be mirrored or whatever, but it says like a signature, Rich Kowalski, and it says,
That's cool.
quote, the inker, the tracer.
That's cool.
So,
how many days did you go to Chronicon last year?
just one.
You just went for one day?
Hey, Radio Great Skull. Radio Great Skull is a friend of mine. He does action figure stuff and everything.
Yeah, we went down for the weekend and everything. We had a great time. Didn't get to spend much time with Kevin because obviously he was so damn busy. He didn't know which way he was going.
I am jealous of your. I was able to do a video with Jay.
I haven't ever been able to do a video with either of them. Actually, as far as where we actually do a video, I've videoed them being around me and everything. Because normally when we're together, everything's so chaotic. It's like everyone's going this direction, that direction. Everyone's like, sign this, sign that, give me a picture. And I'm just sitting there going, do your business.
I have one question from my heart. I was at Clerks 3 in Milwaukee. I was the guy that got missed at the end. You know how Kevin talks? We love Kevin, but he's a chatterbox. His first answer was a 45-minute answer, and we basically heard an alternate universe to Clerks 3.
Oh, yeah.
But
now, was that now, which one was that, though? Was that the original Clerks 3 or a different one he had in mind? Or he's got, you know how he goes in so many directions with things.
This one he was telling us about was post-apocalyptic.
Okay.
Like, if Dogma is, whatever, it'd be like Revelations of Clerks. But I was only 10 feet from him, the whole Q&A, and I thought that was pretty cool. But I've always wanted to ask Kevin, because I used to be or still am, not as deep, but Magic the Gathering in Chasing Amy, in the Laserdisc version, the Criterion Collection, when they throw the trash can through the window, they're playing Overpower, and they're actually playing Magic. And I
remember you told me about that.
I have the simplest question. I just want to know what his connection was of any of them back then, even to Magic. Like, did they
actually played, or if it was just something that was cool back then, and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna throw it in there, huh?"
I mean, was there a deck in his trench coat of holding?
Right. I mean, are you an avid player, or you just know about it because everyone else played it? What's the deal here?
Right. That's the big question. And I forgot to ask Jay, but I was kind of having the.
I could see Jay playing.
I heard Jay plays 40K, Warhammer.
Oh yeah. He gets on his video games, and he does the lives on the video games all the time and everything on Twitch.
Well, that's how I don't want to say tricked him. That's how I got him to do a video with me. Is he had the selfies for $35, and everybody I'd done selfie with, I always just load up TikTok just in case, because it's selfie or.
I remember it shows you walk up and he's like, "Oh, we're on live. Okay, ha." It's like, okay, that works.
But I mean, I've watched his lives, and I don't even like the Fortnite stuff, but I really enjoy it. I want to see him do more videos of him just like walking around before a show. Those are the best.
They are showing around the area and everything, what they're doing and all that.
But the most important thing is he's just got to do him. Whatever. If games are his thing, that we gotta respect that. But
he does all kinds of stuff. He does his videos, he does his games, and then he's got his kids. He's everyone I've talked to, says he's an exceptional father. And
I was going to say, it's awesomely strange how good of a parent he is. He
is. You see the videos, you can tell he loves his kids, he loves his wife, he loves his family, and he's got it going on. So that's pretty cool.
But yeah, I got a couple more pages. And these, from what Rich told me, which could possibly be inaccurate, but what I was told is this is the last physical copy before they go digital. The coloring and the word bubbles are all going to be digitalized. So this is the last physical copy of these pages until print,
Yeah, that's the end of an era.
But I mean, like, it's like,
I think it's a closet thing.
Yeah, it's like $10.
And these lights that are down here, how much are they?
The little blinky one's like $3.
Okay, I want them lights.
I'll be right back, James.
Oh yeah, no problem. You're live, brother. Ray Grayskull, are you a smithy? I don't know if we ever talked about that. I know we talked about like movie pump up the volume and stuff and music. Holy crap, Dr. Solar's here too.
We're getting a better deal. I thought this was a short one.
Yeah, this is one of my Kevin Smith friends. He runs a store. Where do you run your store at, boss? Again, like down south Oklahoma or something?
Okmulgee, Oklahoma.
I was right.
I'm out here in the boondocks.
That's all right. The suburbs of Wisconsin ain't that great either. I mean, I got my skeletons up year round, but I still get a little headaches about it. I feel like royalty. These two guys here, Dr. Solar and Ray Grayskull, are like a couple of my best friends on here, and like they're most supportive, cool guys you ever meet. I don't know. I could always send them some DVDs, make them Smithies. That's what I do. Every time I get opportunity to buy cheap DVDs for Kevin Smith movies, I start a pile. And when someone,
I got that lockbox there because anyone can easily take care of the register, but lockbox is screwed down. Good luck. And there ain't nothing in that damn register.
I'll end up giving them a stack of movies and go, "You'll be a Smithy when you're done with these." Give them the core ones and stuff, Clerks, Mallrats.
Oh, yeah.
And, of course, Dogma. But that's going to be less hard to find now. But, I mean, I had multiple vendors in Milwaukee keeping an eye open for them, and they'd pick them up for me all the time. Oh, so I get Radio Grayskull up to speed.
Mostly love the old stuff, Clerks, Mallrats, and Dogma. I love it all. It's always something new coming out.
Radio Grayskull, when you get to Clerks 3, right here. That's all I'm going to say.
Right.
You can skip Clerks 2 even, but you don't want to.
I'm not as into it like a lot of my friends, like one of my friends, CJ, he buys every little thing that comes out. He had to have the shirt, the hat, everything for Dogma and everything else. He had to have all the little things here and there and everything. Yeah, I've got one cabinet of toys over here, and I got the other cabinet of posters and stuff like that, and I got a few things back.
Yeah, are the toys your personal?
Huh?
Are the toys the personal collection, or are you actually selling those?
Oh, that's my personal collection. It's
that's
like
cool.
my in-action figures, and I got the in-action figures. I got Bumpman and Chronic. I've got the Jay and Silent Bob ones where they have Suzanne and everything, and all kinds of goodies. I got my new Dogma page that I had autographed and everything, and all that over here. And I had my VHS from Chasing Amy. I had Cousin Johnny sign that and everything. So I've got that all in one display case, and I got all my other stuff in another display case. Now I've got some stuff that's still in my office. So I got some out in the store where it's locked up where people can see it, and I've got stuff in storage too. So.
That's kind of my dream. I don't want to ever have retail again, but if I do, I want something where I can do more of a museum than retail.
Right. The only problem is people mess with everything. I got to put their hands on everything.
When I sold Magic
comics, I don't have much for comics. I don't have Dr. Solar. I don't know about James there.
No, I don't do comics. I did comics.
I do 90s. Comics. I only have like, I think 200-300 comics left. I had like 50,000 at one time, but someone helped me out of them. We're just going to leave it at that. I have a lot of issues with trusting people because they like to take advantage of situations,
I had a store. I completely understand.
Yeah, it sucks because you want it to be one way and everyone's doing it another way. So,
but now I just do shows and it's just my hobby.
Yeah, and then you work full time too.
And I have many people vouch for me. I spend way more than I ever make at a show.
Oh yeah, and then you work full time too, huh?
I work full time at a plastics factory. I took off yesterday and today because it's slow. We're getting ready to make Easter eggs for Wonka, so I guess I'm a Oompa Oompa.
Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I just there's so much work in the store and everything. I'm getting to the point where I like helping people out and everything, but I want to do more of my toys and collectibles and stuff like that. And I'm thinking about getting more online and doing that, and then go to shows and sell some stuff, and that's about it. I'm just getting to that point. It's just too much to keep up with. The store, because I've got another store next door too that I've got empty right now, and I've got stuff outside for a fill a bag. And this building here is 5,000 square foot, and I've only got 2/3 of it full. And everything, and I ain't even used it all. I've got ideas of things I want to do, but I don't have the help that I need, and I don't have the trust that I need too. For things.
that's always the thing. When I had my shop back in the 90s through about like 2000, I want to say 8, I had 3,500 square feet, and half of it was a video arcade. And
that'd be cool.
I had like Dance Dance Revolutions, all the music games, like arcade versions.
Oh yeah.
And I had this new thing called anime that people were getting into.
Yeah. Anime, what's that?
Oh, and Pokemon. All the 3-year-olds loved it.
Gosh. Pokemon's still a big thing, though.
Yeah,
but I did a live the other day. I bought this box for my son for like $30 from a friend. We put it in storage and left it there for 9 years. And we pulled it out, and I checked everything. We did the comps on it for actual prices sold, not what people were listing it for and everything. And it's like $2,500 worth of stuff in them boxes.
The other tool
it was all brand new, still in the boxes and everything, all from Japan.
The other tool you can use if you're not aware of it as an option is TCG Player.
A what?
It's good. TCG Player. It does Magic cards and Pokemon and I think Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, okay. I used
you
to
just
have
take a click of it and it tells you what it's going for on TCG Player. And TCG Player is owned by eBay. They didn't used to be, but they are now.
I think I used to have that downloaded at one time. I've just gotten to the point where I've got so much going on. I can't even keep track of myself.
No, man. With all respect, you do things the way you need to do it. I just wanted to let you know.
Oh, no, I'd love to do it. It's just my thing with, everything. It's just trying to keep up with everything. I would love to do things totally different than what I'm doing. But, there's that thing called money we don't have.
So you seem really, really close with Kevin. How
not really that close with Kevin. I mean, I know. Like the last time, not that time either. I guess it was back in August. I was like, told Kevin, I said, I want to pick your brain one of these days. And he's like, you know where to find me. I was like, yeah, I could just see it. I come knocking on your door one day at your house and you'd be like, what the hell are you doing here? I'm over there, at the cinema, I could just see knocking on his door, what's up, but that's because I got a lot of friends that are in the same clique. It's like family out there and everything. And so, you get to see people after a while, you get to know them and everything. And so you start realizing, hey, that's that person. And everyone hangs out like their family and everything. So it's really cool out there. Everything's really cool.
I still got to make a trip to the Holy Land.
Yeah, pretty much. If you haven't been to Smog Castle, it's totally different than any other show and everything compared to. It's just the problem with that lately is he's been going so much that he don't have the time to spend with everyone like he likes to and everything because he's just got so much going on. He's running in this circle, that circle, and going here and going there. Like I said, when he was at Atlantic Highlands this last time at the cinema, he did 5 shows there with 5 Q&As, all within 2 days and everything.
Yeah,
and that's
and
a
we
lot.
all know how he likes to talk, and I mean that's a compliment.
And like he was saying, his big thing was, it's not just because I love doing this, which I love doing it, but I also do it because I got bills to pay and a lifestyle to feed, so I thought, yeah, that's true and everything. So he likes to live his way. He's like, I don't have a lot of money backed up in my bank account, but I have enough to keep me going and everything. So I have to do this. And so it works out. I know he loves doing it. He loves the fans. He loves getting out there. He loves doing that. He really does.
And like I said, everybody he works with is amazing. Like, look how cool Jay was with me. And like, Jay doesn't know me from Adam, No.
No, I've only met Jay that one time and everything, but he was really cool. Well, I met him a few times that day, but I mean, we hung out and everything. But that's the only time I actually met him and everything. I mean, I saw him at Chronicon, but, and I got to hang out with Kevin's wife and his daughter and meet them and everything. Didn't really hang out with them, but it was like, hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. I actually talked to them more than I did Kevin at Chronicon.
I could not believe Kevin's wife in real life, and this is just complimentary and nothing weird. She is way more beautiful in real life than she is in any other movie. I was like, wow. I couldn't believe the beauty that woman has. So
yeah, well, you got that money, you can do anything. You can look like anything you want. That's part of the lifestyle I think he said he's got to keep up with, But, they were really cool and everything. Because I think the most I got to talk to Kevin was, hey, I made it. You sure did. See you later. And that was about it. Because he had the lines and everything. They were like just backed up everywhere. I mean, if you look at the videos I have, you can see the line where they're waiting for Kevin. Pretty much all he did the whole time he was there was sign autographs, take pictures, go do a show.
Yeah.
Then he'd walk back, go take some pictures, then he'd go back, do a show. Then he'd go back, sign this. And I mean, that's all he did the whole weekend. And it just kept him going.
When I was standing in line,
you can imagine the money he made.
When I was standing in line to talk to Jay, at one point I was actually standing next to him, but there was the magic curtain there. But it was sheer enough. I knew he was right there. I'm like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. It's cool. I really like it because, like I said, when you go to Smog Castle and everything, you got Ernie there, and you got all the other guys there and everything. Like if you go to the stash, you got Mike Zapsik there, you know. I think it's Zapsik is how you pronounce his last name, you know. And so comic book men, and then you got Johnny there, who was Finger Cuffs from Chasing Amy, cousin Johnny, and everything. So you actually go up there, you get to meet some people and everything, and they're all coming in and out and going and everything. And when you're at an event, you see all these people that come and go, and you realize who these people are, and you start talking to them, and you get to meet them, and that's, it just flows and everything. And then, that's why I say it's like family out there. Everyone, once they meet you, they're like, hey, yeah, how you doing, and everything, and they actually remember you, damn fly.
I am trying to get MightyCon to get some of those guys back up, because MightyCon is like lower 48. They travel. It's not like Fan Expo, but it's kind of a medium-sized show.
Yeah.
And they had like Dante and Randall, Jeff and I forget his real name, at one of their MightyCon shows at New Orleans.
Randall and Brian O'Halloran.
Yeah. They had them at the New Orleans MightyCon, and I'm like, bring them to Wisconsin. Because there you go. You got control back.
I was trying to make it where it's even, both of them, but it just didn't happen.
If you hit the button, give you another option.
There we go.
There's another one, and then there's one where it's 50-50.
Definitely not the one I was going for, but
you're all good.
Eventually.
I'm usually
on the floor.
I'm usually pretty camera shy, but ever since I got my teeth fixed, I've been a little better about it. So
yeah, I got teeth issues, and I don't like my teeth, but it is what it is. My teeth are all jacked up.
Well, my teeth were jacked up, and then I chipped one of my two front teeth on a Christmas cookie on Christmas.
Yes. Well, I broke these ones here, the front ones, like 4 different times. When I was younger, I got had a chain around my neck, and someone bashed the damn lock into my face. Then I had a lunchbox smashed into my face, and then I slipped and fell on the floor and smashed my face. And the last one was I was drunk as can be and driving on the front of my friend's Ram Charger and busted my face into the windshield. So that one was probably the most interesting one. Especially explaining it to my mother when I got home how that happened.
Yeah, I just had very crooked teeth, but when I went to go get these pulled, because it's like, fine, I give up, the dentist looks at me, he goes, it ain't going to be cheap, but I can fix them. You got good roots and stuff. He's like, and I can even make them straight.
I wish I had good teeth and roots. My gums are so jacked up, it's not even funny.
Hey, Jack. All the toy talkers showing up. You should show off some of your toys in your display if you got the time.
Me?
Yeah, your Kevin Smith stuff. These guys are all my toy guy friends.
Oh, I can show you it somehow, but it's kind of locked up. But yeah, let's see.
You can even drag the phone over there. I don't know how you got the setup.
Yeah. I just take this slide. I don't remember where my flip is. I'm still learning all this. There it is.
Each slide.
Oh, we're going to flip that.
Although that must.
So if we look in here, there's also a little Nicky in there too. Got the little Nicky set right there.
Cool. That's very cool.
And we got Chronic, Bumpman, and all the little goodies that came with them.
Yeah, just be careful of showing the shirt. The app is sensitive about the leaf.
Do what?
In lives, the picture of the leaf.
Oh yeah.
I had a friend hand draw it. I had a friend hand draw it, and she got like temporarily kicked off by hand drawn.
Well, I got there's the Dogma set on the Dogma signed by Kevin. My Dogma in action figures. And then we got the Clerks and Mole Rat ones right there. And there's the Clit right behind there. And they already got knocked over because someone bumped into the cabinet already. Yeah, yesterday I got restricted fully on my lives. it was the day before yesterday. And there's my VHS signed by Cousin Johnny. But yeah, I got restricted because my you got the face tracker on my tripod, and it kept going back and forth. And I said something, and I ain't going to repeat it because I got restricted, and it shut my live down. I mean, I had like 40 people watch it, and I went from 1,200 people. I'm like, man, this is retarded.
There you go. Like, careful with that.
Huh? Do what?
I said, careful with that.
Careful with what?
R words you can't say. That's why you can't say the blue police box from Doctor Who, because thinks
there's so many words you can't say, and it's ridiculous. We're gonna go with that one.
Yeah, we sound funny.
Ridiculous. We're gonna go with that one.
Yeah, we sound funny. You say, like your headphones on live, and people look at you funny.
So there's my Vulgarthon poster. I have a couple of those. And there's the reboot down there signed by Kevin. Got some cups down there signed by Kevin. Got the Smodcast guys signed by Kevin. Then I got this one here signed by everyone you can think of. Got Johnny on there. It's got Scott. And then Ernie signed that. And then got Trevor. And then Brian and Jeff, and then of course Kevin and Jay, Marilyn, and Jen. So that's one of my favorite ones right there. And then I've got another Smodcast guy, and then I've got the book. Have you ever read that book there?
No.
That's cool, man, because it's got all kinds of cool things in it. And then of course from Chronicon. Of course, I couldn't even hashtag that because they flagged me for it and everything.
They keep trying to tag it as chronic illness.
That's true too. I forgot about that.
I think I end up having taking it as Chronicon Chicago or
I could have put it in there because if I did. And there's Vincent's movie. I don't know if you ever heard of A Better Place by Vincent Pereira. Vinny used to work with Kevin in the Quick Stop when he was 16. They got hired there, and so did Kevin. Was 18 and everything. They were both working there. Well, they hated each other because they both wanted to work in the video store. But they told Kevin, "Oh, we don't have enough work for you." And they told Vinny, "You're not old enough." So they were fighting. I just got a violation. As we were talking about it. So
always appeal.
Huh?
Always appeal. If it gives you the option to appeal, always appeal.
Yeah.
The other thing is worst case scenario, it makes it 18 plus only and blah.
And then there's the movie, but the Blu-ray comes out at the end of this month. So if you get on the Face Place, you can get with Vinny and you can actually order the Blu-ray, and we got these pictures he does. He played the hot goalie in Clerks 3, and then there was James Silent Bob, and then there's the beginning of Mallrats, but that was the extended version he was in, and there's the hot goalie original Clerks customer.
The
from
extended
the
Mallrats were there on the roof and stuff. Yeah. I used to.
And there's Spooner right there. She died of cancer not quite a few years back now. I think it's been 4 or 5 years now. Well, it's probably been longer than that now and everything. But we were friends on Facebook and everything. Never met her. And there's the whole group from Clerks 3. But that's some of my stuff I have from the collections of stuff. And then, of course, I got my big old banners in the back. And there's some of the anime stuff I was talking about. It's all boxed up. Oh, just dropped the other microphone. Got my cars out here. But yeah, there's some cool stuff in these boxes.
I used to do anime. I like big robot stuff like Evangelion. I don't like Gundam. But everything like Gundam that isn't Gundam, I like.
I've got a whole bunch of Gundam action figures that I pulled apart, and I've got pieces and pieces and pieces, and I have no idea how they go back together. And I'm like, I don't want to just give them away, but I want to try to put them together because they'll be worth something. But
Are you saying
who
model
knows?
kits? Are you saying model kits or action figures?
They're just they're like rubber pieces, like action figures, but they were pulled apart and stuff. It's just weird. I don't know how to explain it. One of these days, I'll have to get in that room and pull them out and show you and everything. Because I got a room
Yeah,
next door.
my one friend Dell, he's kind of one of his keep himself sane things is he builds Gundams like just for fun to keep his hands busy. And there's also my friend Pete that know a lot about the model kits and everything. They might have some information, but like I said, Toy Talk is a whole nother thing. And I was gonna go live on here, or not live. I was gonna make a video because I just got a hold of something I'm gonna be able to convert to a free Blockbuster and put one of those in my yard.
Well, that'd be
So
cool.
I'm excited about that. I gotta like put a plexiglass door on it, and it's basically ready, and a paint job. And it's all ready to go. But
That's
that's
cool.
something I wanted to do for a while.
I'd like to move back up north and everything, but I just don't do the cold too much. Everyone seems to be up north, and I'm down here.
Why do you think my 12-foot skeletons stay up year round? It just gets cold. I take all the air stuff down first, and like you get that cold snap, and it's like, nah, they can stay. My one 12-foot skeleton's actually wearing an Iron Bob shirt because I was at Clerks 3 and they were running out of like anything like the merch and t-shirts and stuff, and they had an Iron Bob one. I really wanted it. We only had it in 5X, so I ended up putting it on my 12-foot.
But you still wanted it. Hey, it worked out for you, right?
20. Hey, $20 is $20.
Hey, that's cheap for sure. Seriously.
I expensive. Because of the last one. Oh, especially like,
it's like my hat I have on material. Was $30, but I destroyed it. It's like my hat I have on material. Was $30, but I destroyed it.
At comic book shows, they call me.
You can see the color and everything. That's actually the color it is. I remember when I first.
That's not destroyed. You can get another one, and the thing is, that's not destroyed. That's like when you have a power tool, and you break it by wearing it out. That's love, not wrecked.
Well, it's like Ming said. You know, it gives it style, and it's got its own patina. From being used.
Yeah, patina, definitely.
Yeah, and everything, and it does. It has its own class. So I went to wash it off while we were actually out at the dogma thing, and the tag actually fell out of it. I was like, dang, I haven't had this hat for a year, and I've totally destroyed it. But that's why I only wear my Kevin Smith stuff to the events, so I don't destroy it. Like, I still haven't put on my Chronicon jersey yet, because I'm afraid of, you know how that goes.
Yeah, I got a lot of t-shirts. I got holes in them from work and stuff, so.
Oh, those jerseys are $150 each. I mean, yeah, I don't want to destroy that. And my wife was mad because she's like, I was like, hey, you want to get the autograph session and the signatures from Kevin Smith, or do you want to get the jersey? She's like, oh, we got too many autographs and we don't need any more pictures. I want the jersey. So she got the jersey, but they didn't have any smalls left. And they're like, after the show, come back and see if we got any smalls that people didn't pick up, and we'll give you a small. She forgot to do that, so she got a large. So she's like, I got screwed again. I didn't get nothing out of that either. So that's how that goes. But she had fun going out there, so that's what matters.
Yeah, me and my friend James went down to it. I went live at it, and I was able to back up my live onto YT. So somewhere out there's me walking around for like the 45 minutes at the show and stuff. So yeah, that's something nice you can do with lives. Is you can take clips out of this and download them or post them on here, and you can save them and you can recycle, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, I take the clips and I put the clips on TikTok, and then I put the full version out on some other platforms. We'll just go with that.
Yeah. I'll have to track you down on I think I tracked you down on FB.
Oh, that's pretty easy.
But yeah, I'm everywhere. I was one of those ones that when they said that we couldn't have this because it was a Chinese app, I also joined Red Note.
Yeah. I didn't do all that because I honestly, TikTok never took off for me till after January 20th because everything else had like 2 views and everything. Then after they shut it down and came back up, everything started getting views and everything. Now I don't know what's going on with it because the views are going back down again. And now all of a sudden I got one video that's just flying up. I mean, got the most views I've ever had on something, and I'm just like, why? It's not that great of a video.
Some of the trick is, and it's not just here, is the simple answer is it's a pay to play system. But when you're not paying, you do have a lottery chance of them secretly rising you.
Pretty much, yeah.
But I mean, I don't care if I get 5 views or 500 views. Look at the friends I've made. This is like my parents back in the 70s on like CB or ham radio. I've got buddies all over the world that I wouldn't have without this app.
Yeah,
This,
I'm just doing it because I'm doing it to have fun and be like, hey, look what I got. We got this going on or whatever, and just hang out. Because I don't go out to the bar anymore and all that fun stuff. I just sit at home. So
I never went to the bar.
this is pretty much my social life. Well, I never drank when I was at the bar. I'd go and I'd watch the bands and everything, but other than that, I was not much of a drinker or any of that.
I was a top 40 DJ in the late 80s, early 90s at a bar every Friday and Saturday night. And I started working there when I was like 16 because there's a weird loophole in Wisconsin that you can work at the bar if you're not working the bar. So since I was in the DJ booth, I was able to do it legally.
That's cool though.
That's how I started doing all the comics and everything. The place had a hall, so one night the owner and me, negotiated about not getting paid and also not paying for the hall. And that's when I did my first comic book convention. I ran it out of like a 120 table venue at the bar I worked at.
That's cool.
That's where I met Rich, the guy doing the Clerks comic,
That's cool.
the inker.
Yeah,
Because, like I said, I've known him since like '89, and you could have blown me over with a feather when he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm working on this project with Kevin Smith," and it's like, what? Because everybody in Milwaukee,
cool.
yeah, everybody in Milwaukee knows I'm the biggest Kevin Smith fan. At least
so many projects going on. It's not even funny. He's got so much stuff going on. He's always got something going on.
But yeah, I mean, I would for the first couple of years going to comic book shows like as a vendor or whatever. I'd always wear the black Kevin Smith hat with the bat ears.
Yeah.
So I got the name Bat Hat because this is a fact. Half of the vendors in the greater Milwaukee area are named James. Quite literally half or more.
And ironically, my last name is James.
The other thing
I get a kick out of. The other thing I get a kick out of is Kevin's on. What?
The other thing too is like with this app, I must have filled the boxes out wrong because my name on here is my name, but Skeleton House is what the channel name is, and it was like Iron Man MTG back in the day. I put that in as my handle.
Right.
So somehow I ended up with this, but it's been too long now. Everybody knows me. It's not like, and not to make, kind of like you would understand this. I got on social media to dox myself for my Halloween decorations. If you live within like 2 hours of my house and you drive by my house, you're gonna know it's my house.
Right.
Kind of like you at the store. It's like.
Oh yeah. It's not the same as it used to be. It used to be, man, I had so many people coming in and out of here, this place and everything, but man, everyone's gotten online and everything. It's not the same place it used to be. But
it
business
it
isn't the
all
same it used to be either.
it all depends on what your overhead is, because
I have no overhead.
there you go. Then
I got lucky.
you said. Then you can
Well,
do both.
okay, my overhead is whatever I buy and my electric bill and my taxes. That's pretty much it. And that makes it
So
easy to do. Without that, I couldn't do that.
yeah, I was paying when I stopped doing my comic shop back in the day. I was paying like 15 a month for the 3,500 square feet, and it that was insane even back then.
That'll eat you alive, and people don't realize how hard that is. That's like people are like, "Oh, you should move to Tulsa. You'll have so much more business." I have 11,000 square feet here altogether, and even if I went and got half that, 6,000 square foot, that cost me $5,000 a month. I'm
Yep.
good. I am not going to sit there and kill myself to make money for someone else, and then me sit here and go, "Well, I got $1,000, and I paid him $5,000, and then I paid that electric bill of $1,000, and I paid the taxes of that, and I made, I got $20 left." Not doing that. I've been there, done that. Not doing it.
I've been there too. That's how I got. I don't want to say I got in trouble, but it's what eventually got me a red flag, because it's so hard to make money that they actually audited me one year. They're like, "There's no way you've been doing this more than 5 years. You're not making money." And I'm like,
I'm not.
"I'm not." I'm like, well, the nice thing about having the store is, like, my store computer was my personal computer, and I had the best gaming computer, at the store.
Oh yeah.
So there were loopholes, but yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's not like I was making money.
But you really don't make money in a business like this unless you have money to actually put in a lot. I mean, it's really hard. You have to have the right place. You have to have this. You have to have, and nowadays with the internet, it just makes it harder because everyone's going online and everyone's looking for the cheapest thing, and they don't care what you got it for. They just gonna go here and get it cheap, and they want it yesterday. No doubt about it.
But yeah, no, I'm always thrilled to see you doing videos on your store and stuff. Like I said, between me having a store and us both being smithies, it's like,
Oh yeah.
I think it's very cool. I think you did one Kevin Smith video, and that's when I tripped over you. I'm like, well, that's cool. Where the heck are you?
Yeah, we're here in Oklahoma. So much fun down here. I'd love to move back up north, but I don't do the cold, and everything down here is paid off. So I'd have to. I don't know. I'd have to find a place where it's like I got a building out in the middle of nowhere, and then I'd be happy. I wouldn't open another store. I'd just do the internet, and then I'd just be gone most of the time. That's my plan anyway. Eventually, who knows? One day it'll happen.
It looks like radio started alive. I'm gonna bounce over there. I just want to make sure to show support, and thank you for letting me in.
Oh, no problem. We'll talk
And
next
man,
time.
as I always say, stay awesome. I always forget, like, when people interact with my figures friends and stuff. I always try to give them a shout out and stuff. So just remember to poke me in one of those once in a while, and I'll be like, hey, I should do one for him. That's my little opening thing. Because we all like opening stuff, but you get like more value out of it when you get to open it, like for an opening video.
Oh yeah, it's much better because then I can see what's there and all that.
All right, buddy. Stay
I'll talk to
awesome.
you later. I'm gonna get off here too. I got some things to do.
All right. Hopefully you see a Chronicon if that all works out for everybody.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty cool if it does. That'd be pretty awesome, especially if everyone gets to go and everything. So I'm hoping, but I'll know more eventually. We'll see.
I'm trying to talk Rich, if he's going to be down there, to splitting it with me and another vendor, James, and I want to go down his media, TikTok and whatnot. And Rich is obviously the inker, and my other guy is like a comic guy, so it's like, we'd be like, hey, we're here.
Pretty much, right?
All right, stay awesome.
You too. We'll talk to you later. And eventually I'll have to figure out how to close those out. Not do it. Once I figure that out. So y'all have a great night. stay safe, and check out James. Always fun talking to him. Y'all have a great night and stay safe. I'll talk to you later. What I'm doing.